I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are, they see that, they can like, you know how people watch a lot of documentaries and like, they can see that stuff and for a while they'll like back off for a little and they'll like get back into it and be like,
oh, seeing it all the time, yeah.
But I think the health and environmental reasons like really help me stick to eating the plant-based. Like of course, like when I see like all the other stuff, it backs me out for a while.
Sure, yeah.
But the health and environmental reasons are like what keeps me going.
How's it going?
Good. You?
Good. What's your name?
Alejandro.
Alejandro. I'm Jackson. Nice to meet you.
What's up, Jackson?
Oh, not much.
How long have you been here for?
Oh, about an hour and a half.
Oh, that's a long time. How many people?
Like three, I want to say. Yeah, like two or three. Yeah.
Pretty good.
No.
Did they all like reject your statement?
No. Almost everyone that I've talked to, I've been doing this for a few weeks now. Yeah. Almost everyone that I talk to just has questions clarifying what veganism is and how they would be able to do it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of myths out there, like you can't get protein from a plant-based diet, or you're going to be nutrient deficient, you're going to be tired all the time. But that's not the case. So people just kind of want those questions cleared up.
I'm vegetarian right now.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
I just can't cut the cheese.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Did you know that all dairy has casomorphine in it? Have you ever heard of casomorphine?
Oh, what is that?
Oh, it's the same chemical that creates wiring in our brain that makes us addicted to heroin. So what it is it's a chemical that a mother cow produces to get her baby to recognize that she's their mother and to keep coming back to be like addicted to the milk. And cheese is going to be the highest concentration of that chemical, casomorphine. Yeah, so it actually rewires your brain like the way a heroin addict would be rewired to be addicted. That's how intense it is. So yeah, and your body will get used to what it's doing. If it does the same thing for a long period of time, it's really hard to break that habit. It develops that dependency. Even though we may know that it's not good for us, it's not ethical, anything like that, it's still really, really hard. What made you go vegetarian?
I actually read a book called Eating Animals, and that was senior year of high school, and it was just really hard just being at home. It was hard like not being able to cook my own foods really, because I'd have to go grocery shopping myself. But since I live with my parents, it's like I'm not going to go out and buy other foods when there's like limited space and like everything. But once I moved here, I was like just bought grains, vegetables, fruits, no meat. So
excellent.
Yeah, I also moved in with my girlfriend too, and she was already vegetarian. Her family is actually vegan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, her mom makes all the stuff at home and everything.
Okay.
Their own like cashew cheese.
So, do you like it? Do you like the cheese replacements? Good. Okay, it's cool. Yeah. So it's possible, and it tastes good. Yep. But, no, it's just a matter of like aligning your actions with your morality. Because you probably, if you saw like a mother cow have her child taken from her and have their throat cut for meat, you probably wouldn't approve of that morally. They're sentient. They have pain and suffering. They love their families. They're very social creatures. They bellow out, for days, sometimes weeks, when their child gets taken from them. It's really, really sad. And the only reason it happens is because we put down a couple bucks and we say we want that product, when right next to that product, there's the cruelty-free version, the sustainable option that's not destroying the planet and our health. Might as well just go ahead and go for it. It's super easy. Super easy.
I think they should have more like vegan options in grocery stores. Like,
we're seeing a spike. I mean, even just a couple years ago in Chico, there wasn't half the vegan options we find here now. And it's because supply and demand, consumers are paying for those products repeatedly, and that's creating a demand for them.
The younger generation is like being more knowledgeable about what they eat, and like I saw this study that there's a lot more vegetarians that are younger, like 20s, than like the older generations. Yeah, because there's more information widely available now. With modern technology, we have access to resources and fact-based information. So I think younger folks are a little more privy to look for that information and actually clear up some of the misconceptions, the cultural traditions that we've been told, the indoctrination that's been going on. Whereas if you're older, you've been heavily indoctrinated with the fact that you're an omnivore, you need to eat meat and dairy to survive, and that's not necessarily true. I remember growing up in kindergarten and being like, us humans are omnivores, and these animals are vegetarian, these animals are carnivore.
Right. Yeah, I mean, socially, we're totally omnivorous. You know, we can choose, we have moral agency, we can choose between right and wrong. We choose to do the wrong thing outside of what our nature's, you know, designed to do. I mean, we can process those things, but not without causing the world's major health problems, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, all forms of cancer. All of those are linked back to animal agriculture products. So yeah, we can choose to do those things. That makes us social omnivores, but biologically, we don't have a dependency on them. So there's simply no reason to eat them. Yeah.
I just want to thank you for like doing this.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No
That's really great. So do you think cheese would be the only obstacle for you in making that change?
I think so. We already got rid of milk. We got rid of eggs.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it's just cheese, and I don't think we butter, but we don't really use butter. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and there's vegan. There's the Earth Balance butter is really good. Tastes just like regular butter. Well, cool. Do you do it for the animals for ethical reasons, or are you just doing it for environmental, or just doing it for your health, or kind of a little of all those things?
I'd say the animal ethical reasons probably the lowest, but the health and environmental, that's what I tell a lot of people.
Interesting. So do you ever think about the idea that since you're not required to consume these products for your health, do you think that maybe makes it to where there's no moral justification then for paying to have someone's throat slit? Or to be raped like dairy cows are for those products. That to me kind of takes precedence over all the other things. Even if it was a little bit unhealthy for me to eat a plant-based diet, or if it was inconvenient or difficult in some ways, that would be a sacrifice that seems like worth making, because your taste buds alone aren't going to be worth more than a sentient individual.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are, they see that, they can like, you know how people watch a lot of documentaries and like they can see that stuff, and for a while they'll like back off for a little, and they'll like get back into it and be like,
seen it all the time.
But I think the health and environmental reasons like really help me stick to eating the plant-based. Like, of course, like when I see like all the other stuff, it backs me out for a while. But the health and environmental reasons are like what keeps me going.
Do you know why? I mean, would you know why that is? Do you have any ideas of what inside makes you?
Not really. No.
Do you think that maybe in society humans are
selfish?
A little bit selfish and egoistic, and thinking that unless it benefits me personally, not gonna care, not gonna do it.
I think if you are caring like yourself, I can see you're very caring about the whole Earth as a whole, but I feel like a lot of people aren't like that. So
and we have like innately humans are altruistic, otherwise we wouldn't have evolved to develop the advanced societies that we have today. We would have destroyed ourselves. And when we do go to war or exhibit acts of violence and destructive behaviors, it's usually at the behest of someone who indoctrinated us and told us, oppressed us in a way that suppressed our compassion and our coexistence and our cooperation, and told us to forced us to coerce us into doing violent behaviors. And that's what they're doing with the food industry right now. We've been indoctrinated to think that we need to fund violent, destructive behaviors. So once I learned that we didn't need it for our health, I was shocked, because I thought all my life, 27 years of my life, I thought, I thought we needed it for our health. I thought, well, vegans are really nice and all because they're doing a noble thing there, but they're probably going to die way sooner than me. But nope, not actually the case. They're probably, vegans on average have way lower mortality rates. And so then I realized there's no excuse. These poor animals, we're breeding them forcibly into existence just to enslave, exploit, rape, and torture, and mutilate their bodies. It's very, very sick, very sadistic, and we as consumers have the power to stop it immediately.
And sometimes it's not even more expensive. Sometimes it's like the equal price. I see stuff on the shelves that's like maybe 10 cents more to buy something else.
Depending on where you go too. Like I saw at the store the other day, like the soy milk was cheaper, significantly cheaper than the dairy milk. And I was like, man, there's no reason for this. Habit, just because of habit. And they don't know. The more we expose ourselves to the truth and we look at the lives of what's going on in the dairy industry and stuff like that, people wake up pretty quick.
Nice talking to you.
Hey, I appreciate your time, man.
No problem.
You're a really sweet guy.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good one.
No, it's serious.